at you. Your heart is a magnet, I'm coming at you. Girl, you're my target, I'm aiming at you. You're a comet, I'm trying to catch you. We can break any rule they ever taught you. Forget about anything they ever bought you. Cause me and you don't need a lot in this world to get by. Plus you know I got you, you pull me in. I don't resist, time seems to fly but the clock doesn't tick. I crash into you, we both feel the hit. We both feel the way that our chemicals mix. And I wish that
if I just keep my eyes shut, maybe this time it'll be enough.
So I need the dark. Without you here, I would never see the stars. I'm headed for you, foot on the gas. I'm coming straight at you, no looking back.
Good evening, everyone, on the APAC server. Today is the first day of the professionals tournament. We begin with the first 2 rounds. So, it's a new tournament. Well, although within the season, obviously, the format will be different. This season, we have a single round robin stage, best of 7 series. There are 8 teams in this bracket, and the top 4 will advance to the next round. So that sounds this sounds very familiar to you because this format has been used for a lot of times for the professional tournament. So you will not be stranger. You will not be a stranger to this. But the tiebreaker rules that could happen, especially with only 7 rounds played in this stage. In this stage, then the tiebreaker rules will matter a bit more. So if there are teams that are tied with the same number of round wins, we first take a look at the head-to-head round wins. So how many round wins they've how many round wins they've won against each other. Although this is going to decide stuff because you could only face one another once. However, if they're like a three-way tie, then things could get a little bit interesting. Next, we're going to consider the head-to-head battle wins, so not just how many round wins you have won, and we'll take a look at how many battles you've won as well. So that is going to be at least 4 battle wins if we are talking about a three-way tie. And if that cannot be decided, we will then go to the total battle wins, which will be all the battles that the Thai teams have fought in. And if that could not be decided still, then we take a look at the battle duration. In that situation, we could only rely on Tolian to give us the information, and I hope that won't happen, because that will be really, really brutal. So this is the table. These are your 8 teams for the professional tournament. We have EVG, which is actually ICT. ICT last fought in the top 8 stage back in 2019 autumn season, which they got notoriously disqualified, I think, due to account sharing, if I was not mistaken. But I believe this is not going to happen this season. The reason why the ICT is here is because the Chinese server, the spring season hasn't been held yet. So this is why they can play on the APAC server to gain more experience. And then GV, we all know GV finished second in the winter season this year, and ID came back after a break in the winter season. They last finished 4th in 2022 autumn. Insearch, you might think that they debuted in the top 8 stage. However, they were in the top 8 before, and that could be traced back to 2022 winter season, although there is no round robin stage. So if we consider the round robin stage to be the one for the record, then Insearch will debut in a top 8 round robin stage. Nomad last appeared in the winter season. I think they didn't qualify to the top 4 stage, but they were in the top 8 in winter, and also 8th place in the autumn season. And last year, they actually improved a lot in the last couple of seasons. So do expect them to play a lot better than what we saw in the autumn season, and we saw that during the qualifier. So I think they are going to be looking for a top 4 position this season. NQRY was EA in the winter season, which finished in the top 8. They were most of them were from EA. I mean, not all of them, but most of them were from EA last season, and most of them were from Riri in the autumn season, which finished 7th. They were pretty good in the autumn season last year, so they were also expected to do pretty well. Thanks, Spartan, for the donation. We missed GRS and RN. They were 2 extremely competent Japanese teams. Maybe we'll see them back in the autumn season. Next, we have Risk. We all know they won the autumn season last year and also the spring season, the winter season this year. Will they win the spring season again? We don't know, but it looks like Risk is coming out on top when it comes to the Clan Wars scene on the APAC server. It was very close in the last year, and especially 2 years ago, where you can't really call a dominant team on the APAC server, but Risk is starting to look like one. And then we have SDIJ, which was known as last, or maybe most of them were for last in the last season, and they were in the top 8. Obviously, they just lost out to the top 4 spots there, finishing in the 3rd place. So they are also looking for a top 4 finish this season, but we will see. They didn't participate in the autumn season last year though, but they are going to be completing the I believe they will compete in all the seasons where here. I'm going to get in the room first. The timeline you just saw, 10 to the 13th for the professionals tournament. 10 to the 14th for the challenges plus the low echelon championship, and hope I will have the chance to follow the grand final of the challengers tournament. I'm now in the room, so I'll be back. We will come back to that. And then we have next the fixtures. Rose AFK will follow NQLY versus ID tonight, and then you will know which fixture he will follow next. I'm going to breeze through this. SDIJ versus Riz, no one streamed that. I'll be following Nomad versus Insearch first. EVG versus GB, also no one streaming that. The maps are Alpenstadt, Mine Ruins, Bay, and Rockfield, as you can see the rundown. The second round, the maps will be Vineyards, Blackover, Middelburg, and Yukon. And here are the odds. The odds for the Challengers tournament are all over the place, and I don't think we will see NQL1 and SDIJ with exceptionally low chances. No chance to win. I do think it will be a lot closer than that. However, Nomad versus Insert, this fixture is predicted to go to a tiebreaker in favor of Nomad. The odds are quite close. And then EVG versus GV, the odds are stacked against EVG, but we know EVG is a strong clan as they performed under pressure in the final previous skill tournament, and they know how to perform under pressure. So I don't say this is going to be that big of a scoreline. It's going to be close as well. Challengers tournament predicted to be a thrashing from SVZ and Nomad, although I don't think that will be the case for Nomad versus TSI. As we saw in the fourth previous skill tournament, TSI can be a competent team. As we said, and then Arsoft versus Libero. Again, I don't think this is going to be that big of a scoreline. I think it will be close. But have Libero trained a lot in the last couple of days? I don't know. Maybe they don't, because their goal is to kind of play perform this season. So I do think this scoreline is not going to be that big in favor of Nomad. Libero, I mean, XPT versus Insert, very, very close. I do expect this one to be a close one too. And the power rating, we're going to miss our first games. So let's get in. Just kind of do a screenshot, and I might talk about that more later on. Alright, so let's go in Nomad versus Insert. We are going on Middelburg. Apologies, that's Alpenstadt, not Middelburg. Okay, so let's look at the team here. Nomad, we have X4 in the 60TP, Mine No Sense E100, Spectre, FV2 and 5B, Crown Vargan by Kokwa, Kasuya in the mouse, and Resistor Mako, double T135. On the other hand, Insert from the South Spawn, ooh, Merciful in the Vickers Light will follow this player for a moment. Chon, Siraj, double 60TP, Blanks IS7, Wesley in the Strift K, Strashny, and Chicane and double T125, and we know Merciful is playing in the Vickers Light. He spotted Mako going into A, but more action is happening over to the seaside as Insert is crowding into this area. Resistor is very important in those spots, but I don't think he has spotted anyone yet. X4 is spotted, using this ramp over here, which is going to be difficult for the 60TP. The tank does not have a lot of the pressure, but Nomad so far is trading a little bit better than Insert, and they're leading by more than 2k hit points now. Mako going deeper into Insert spawn. However, Nomad does not have the cap points. Does not have the cap point advantage, so they have to rotate. But if they can continue to trade that this well right at the start, it shouldn't be that much of a problem rotating in. But I don't know if X4 should go for B. Strashny tries to put a shot in. X4 will know that he cannot get B that easily. Thank you for another donation for Spartan. Make sure to vote in the poll. Ooh, it's going to win. Nomad. So far, so good for them. They lost some hit points, but they're traded pretty well. Not a lot of stuff is happening. This is pretty dull at the moment. Nomad is steadily pressuring Insearch, but Insearch is holding out well. I don't know how this is going to go, but there is still a lot of time. 500 cap points at the moment for Insearch. 5 cap points per 2 seconds of increase for Insearch and Nomad. So we're talking about a minute to go before Nomad absolutely have to rotate. So there is still some time, but not a lot of time left for Nomad. Mako very aggressive in that T110D5 in the spotting. Although I do fear a little bit for him, because if Insearch decides to rotate and push onto Mako, then Nomad has to do something on the other side. Although Mako is in the T110D5, so he has the reactive armor. But X4 takes another hit, takes a double tap. Oh no, that's not a good move from X4. Now Innocence trying to get B. Will Insearch have someone to reset that? Yes. Blanks is ready to reset Innocence. I don't think Nomad could go for B. Insearch will bleed Nomad a lot for doing that. Look at this. Look at Innocence taking a couple of shots while trying to go for B. Now the attention will go to Blanks. A couple of shots there, and we can see Innocence ready to put a big shot in, but we could see potentially see Wesley and Chicane going for Resistor. Innocence quite low, but the first tank will go down to Blanks. And Nomad is pushing from the other side as well. Mako very aggressive there. Insearch is now in trouble. Nomad is now pushing in. They're feeling the heat. And Nomad really needs to take those tanks down and keep those tanks low in health alive. Strash is looking for Innocence. Innocence is probably the focus for Insearch, but Nomad's making it difficult for that. But we can see Mercy coming for Resistor, and this is going to be important. Both teams need focus fire, and it seems Insearch wants Resistor down. Resistor is tracked, perma-tracked, I think. Kasu in the mouse, probably trying to hold as long as he could. And Wesley's on fire. Resistor's down, and we can see a 6 vs 6 situation here. Nomad bleeding better. Strash is now dead, and it's 6 vs 5 here. Chon down to 2-shot. X4 is reloading. Chon, I think, misses their shot, and we can see potentially 2 vs 1 over here. Siraj trying to survive for long enough. Mako has to stay safe, and we can follow this one here. Siraj needs to put a shell in, but Mako's trying to stay alive here. But Siraj puts the shell onto Spectre instead. Nomad 5 vs 6. The 5 vs 5, Siraj dead, and they have more than 900 cap points and 2 caps in their bouts. I don't know. Kokoa. Now on the really long draw reload, Chicane will have to make use of this to get that tag out. But big HE shot from the backside from X4, and that kill to Chicane will seal the deal for Nomad. It is 1-0 for Nomad. Well done to Nomad. Insearch was a little bit chaotic there. Not to say Nomad was a bit chaotic as well. Nomad tried to capture B, but they paid a lot for it. But Insearch, they did a good job to reset B, but they didn't really follow through. They looked very disorganized while trying to deal with Nomad's push and so on. And they forced fights onto a lot of different areas, and they couldn't connect with one another, sadly. With Nomad having a strong hit point pool lead at the start, it's going to be very difficult for Insearch to pull back if they don't focus their counter push onto a couple of targets for Nomad. And I believe Nomad will breathe a huge sigh of relief. That was a bit of shaky start for both, but Nomad plowed through and will get their first battle win of tonight, and that's going to be a crucial one. They need to grow in wins like that. We're going to be seeing changes, sorry for that. Now, Nomad, they are taking double Strip K by X4 Inspector, double VK by Kazuya and Innocence Resistor, and Mako double T110D5 and Coco as XTP Insearch side. Mercy 4 will play in the Victor's Light again. Blanks back in the IS7. Strash Ninja Kane, double T110D5, Chon 6TP, Siraj 2 and 5B, and Wesley in the Strip K. we'll go back to the second battle, Alpenstadt. Let's say. Oh, thanks for the 30 viewers so far. That's brilliant. And I'm going to close the poll now, because why not? How many of you are saying? Oh, 70% of you are saying Nomad will win. Oh, this is big. Let's roll out and see Nomad, red team from the south spawn. Where are they going? Blue team, Insert from the north spawn, going mostly to A, with Mercy going the other way, trying to get the spots for Insert team. Or maybe Mercy 4 will go for C right at the beginning. No, he will not go for that right at the beginning. Wesley will speed his way to A, but he will be met with resistance. And let's see. The resistance is going to be here. Oh, back to double tap. Oh, Nomad, great job at the start. Wesley probably underestimated Nomad's capability in resetting A, and now he's lost a shed ton of hit points doing that. Although resistance hit a hit, Wesley takes another one, and Blanks will try to cap A. Insert will get the base with resistance, but they managed to get A in the end. And Wesley's down to one shot now, and he's back to safety. But Insert would not be happy about this start though. They have 2 caps, but they don't have the hit points, and that could be a big issue. But now we could potentially see X4 going for Chon. Nomad might have found Chon isolated, and this could be big. Insert, could they push on the other side, or would they respond to Chon being pushed? Chon down to 1 shot now, and I think we could see a first kill coming here. Not Wesley, it will be Chon. And Nomad is pushing through, and they're looking to get Blanks next. Mindosak's looking to put a big shot on Chon, and it will be a kill. 7 versus 6 now. Chicane down to 1 shot. Inter unable to find a target to focus for Nomad. Nomad making it difficult for Insert, and Nomad, they got Chicane as well. Wesley's down as well. Suraj down to 1 shot. And Kazuya looking for a shot onto Blanks. I think it's a pan, or is it a shot from Cocoa? I think it was a shot from Cocoa. 7 versus 3 here. Blanks is out of the fight. And X4, good shot to Mercy. And what happened to Insert here? They completely fell apart in this one. Good kill to Mercy 4. The last person standing will be Strashny. Oh, that was an actually splash from Kazuya. But what on earth was that? Insert completely lost their organization in this one. They weren't able to find a tank to focus. Nomad just looked so brutal tonight. They looked so they looked so formidable, and they had an agenda. But I don't know. Insert, they don't look focused here. I don't know why, but it seems that they were trying to go for different targets at the same time and try to force the fights to individual battles, but they couldn't get that. They couldn't stop Nomad from focus firing. This is good, really good stuff from Nomad and Insert. They really need to step up now. It's going to be a bad night for them if they continue to lose, because they're now down by 0-2, and this is not a good start. It's not what we're expecting from Insert. These players could play a lot better. Nomad just looking so good. And I mean, that pretty much sealed them a contender spot for top 4, and I don't know what happened there for Insert. Insert needs to step up. I believe this is just cold feet for them. They can definitely do some good pushes and focus fire, but this is really not what we're seeing. This is more like the challengers Insert, and I know they are way better than this, so let's hope they will perform now, because this is a different map. And Nomad, they cannot let their guard down just yet, because Nomad can have their terrible days, but today is probably not one of them. And let's go in. Mind Ruins versus Insert. Oh, Insert, you don't want to play with only 6 players. Okay, you don't want to do a wise. Sorry to Wise for continue to make that joke continuously, but my room is a different map. It's a lot flatter, but it can still be quite brawly. Oh, let's look at Nomad. Minus and 60 TP Casilla IS4 Double Strift K by Resistor, Inspector, Coco, Super Conqueror alongside X4 Mako T125. Insert, we are seeing triple 60 TP by Strashny, Chon, Siraj. Looking at Wesley back in the Vector's light, like T125, Double I7 by Chicane, and Mercy. Wesley will immediately drop to Siege to get the cap lead for Insert, but as we all know, Nomad is not flustered about cap disadvantage right at the beginning. So let's look at Coco, Super Conqueror in the middle. There are tanks in the middle. Wesley will take a safer route to run away, but Nomad will pressure the middle area, but we could potentially see Nomad. Oh, good shot onto Wesley. Spotted while trying to run away. Great shot from Resistor. But the double I7 there, they haven't spotted them. Mako might be in a bit of trouble if he is spotted. We could see a reset coming from Resistor. Will the eyes? Oh, Mako in trouble. Mako might be in trouble. We could see Mako taking a hit there. Taking a double tap. Couldn't fire one every turn. Oh, Insert the double IS7. They got C back though. This is important. That means Nomad will arrest the hit point pool disadvantage, and we could now see Wesley dropping into a capping the base, which means Insert will still retain the cap lead, I believe, unless the speed is not quick enough. But Kazuya looking to put a big shot on Strashny. That would be the case. Big hit rare from Strashny, but I think Wesley captured it a bit too late, although it's not his fault for doing that. Nomad will have the cap lead, and all Nomad needs to do is to stay safe and not lose a lot of hit points. Wesley trying to brawl with the heavy tanks. I'm not sure if this is the right idea. Wesley is in deep trouble. Spectre now chasing Wesley. Good ram here. 1 versus 1. Wesley down to a one shot. I think Spectre can get that kill onto Wesley. And we will see that. Oh, it was a miss. But Cassia gets the kill. 2 versus 1 right now. Strasny in deep trouble. And I think Insert might need to do something in the middle. And also near C. Nomad holding this one really, really well. I don't know. Insert Strasny's now down to a one shot. Or 2 shots. I don't know. Now it's a 1 shot. And we can see Cassia almost reloaded. Strasny needs to put a shell onto Katsuya. Big shell there, 750. But Strasny is now dead. It's now a 7 versus 5 right now. We can see Nomad with a lot of hit point pool advantage and 2 guns ahead. Nomad winning that A side is so important. And Insert not able to do much over to C side. They're now pushing onto C. They're now trying to take Mako, but Mako dropped the reactive armor. Even if they lose Mako now, it's not going to do much. Nomad, they're going to get Siraj next. Coco is still really healthy now, shedding some hit points because he needs to trade some hit points for Nomad. Great kill to Siraj. Mako is down, but Resistance coming from below, looking for Chon. Chon is down to 2 shots here. Oh, big shot! And Resistance gets a kill. 6 versus 3. And Insert looking for X4, but X4 is a full health Super Conqueror. They will take a lot of time to get that tank out, so that attention might turn to Coco, but before Magnus is able to put a shot onto Coco, he's been taken out by Nomad. It's 6 versus right here, Coco. And the Super Conqueror looking for the backside flanks. Bang! HE shot. Flanks taken out. And that leaves Chicane, the last person standing. Well done to Nomad. Resistor on fire. But this is more like Nomad being on fire, not the tank in trouble. Is just pretty much representative of Nomad's performance tonight so far, leading 3-0 now against Insert. If I say they're not the top 4 contender, I'll be lying. This is definitely top 4 stuff. Nomad doing really well with hip-hop pool sharing and focus fire. Winning that A fight was so crucial. Wesley again to blame, I'm afraid. This one was not a good move from Insert. They really lost that A side, and they really didn't made any. They couldn't push on to the other side. They don't have the numerical advantage, which is understandable. And Insert in deep trouble. 3-0. And can they win one back? And that the form we're seeing for Insert is not a good. It's not good form. they are struggling tremendously. Oh dear. Oh dear. Insert. I can't snap my fingers. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come on. Come on, Insert. Get into the battle. Get into the game. Come on. Not the time. Not the time. To bow out with a 0-4 defeat. I have my faith in you. But I have to feel a bit disappointed here. Please do something. Nomad just, well, I mean, not to say Nomad didn't do a good job tonight. They were pretty impressive, and you have to give credits to Nomad for improving that much, that quickly in the last couple of seasons. I mean, in the autumn season, their focus fire and their team organization were not this good. Let's put it this way. And now coming to the spring season, they definitely improved massively. And really, you have to give them a lot of compliment for doing that. It was a huge achievement, and to do that in like 2 seasons was nothing less than spectacular. And if we're going back with, if we go back to a season with GRS and RN, I would imagine this is going to be one of the. I imagine Nomad will not be, you know, the whipping boys in the top 8 stage again. They are definitely looking for a top 4 to this season. Well, I'll be happy about that. Oh, Crown Wagon in T100 LT this time. Mercy 4. No, it was. Oh, Wesley and Mercy 4. The Faker slide. They dropped their Faker slide. It wasn't working for them. Maybe the T100 LT will work for them. We'll see. But Nomad will try and get B. Unopposed, potentially. Mako ready to put a big shot onto Chong. Let's say react tungsten shell, adrenaline, big shell from X4. Chong pays for trying to reset Resistor. Great job there, but Resistor can't get B really. Strashly's there to reset that. Wesley takes a hit. Inser getting quite aggressive, but I think they are paying for this. But Resistor can't really get B. He has to stay safe right now. Otherwise, he will be killed there. It's going forward here. Strashly takes a hit, but Resistor down to 800. Oh, big shot onto Strashly. Great job to the X4 there. Nomad trading better than Insearch once again. At the moment, leading 3-0. Insert really need to lead a lot better. They're not doing that at the moment, but their straining hit points are a little bit better. So this is their saving grace, but will this matter in the late game stages? We will see. But oh, sneaky move from Crown Wagon. This is going to be important. This is going to give a lot of information for Insert as to where Nomad's tanks are. That will give them a good sense at which tanks. I mean, the weakness of Nomad's formation. And Insert really need to use that information to good use, because now the Crown Wagon will spot the entire team, and so they need to organize their push sooner or later. Although they don't need to organize their push, because they have the cap lead, not Nomad. Nomad would need to make the push. However, Insert could try a push, but they don't have the hit point pool advantage though. So I think they will try to stay safe and bleed Nomad continuously, and hope that they will bleed enough for Nomad to push without a strong hit point pool advantage. And Crown Wagon continues to be a nuisance here, you know. Oh, Crown Wagon spotted. Nomad knows there is a T100 LT sitting at the base, and Spectre turns the tank now, trying to go for Crown Wagon. But Nomad will feel some pressure here. They're looking to push on to Wesley. I think this could be a good push coming from Mako. Mindo says for 3 versus 1, which means Insert will push on the other side. Nomad in a bit of trouble, down a bit though. Resistor is dead. Continues down to 1 shot. I think Insert might make a comeback here, but Wesley is dead as well. Nomad, great shot onto Chon. It's going to be a 5 versus 5. Chon is dead. Spectre in deep trouble. 3 versus 1 right here, and I think Insert could potentially get the win if they manage to kill Spectre quickly enough. But Blanche is in deep trouble. Spectre is down. This could be big. I think Insert might make a comeback here, but the hit point put its advantage is still with Insert. Insert, can they do this? Can they bring it one back? Siraj is holding on, but if he can hold on long enough, Nomad could... I mean, Nomad might not have the advantage again. But again, Insearch have the cap lead. Nomad needs to be aggressive now. Minus has a lot of hit points. Trying to trample onto Insearch. But early Minus is getting the kill. It is the case, but has Nomad gone in way too late. Insearch, they still have Kramwagen really healthy here. Insearch, there is no chance for them. There is no time for them to fluff. Mako is down. It's a 3 versus 3 situation. Insearch on the cusp of getting one battle win back. X4 looks to put a base shot on the Strategy base. A bounce. It's a bounce. My aim no sense. It's on a long reload. But we could see C being captured by Cocoa. But it's an IS4. Pretty healthy IS4. Strategy needs to put that shell in. But oh, that kill is going to be big. X4 gets the kill onto Strategy. But X4 is he stuck over here. Mercy with much better DPM will be trying to get X4 out of the way. I think he could. Mercy bounces, but X4 misses the shell as well. Oh no. Insearch, this is getting really close. 2 versus 2. Mercy gets the kill. Important kill right here, and I think Insearch will get the win this time. Well done to Insearch, and Nomad was a little bit slow this time. Was a little bit slow. That was a lot better from Insearch. The T100 LT finally worked for them. Insearch get one back. Wow. Insearch. 5 tanks and 1 2K. This is a lot better. I mean, they know that they're in jeopardy of losing out to Nomad 0-4, but they are not going to give that up. They pushed at the right times this time. At the right times, killed the tanks in the middle very quickly, and that is enough to get them the win, in my opinion. Although Nomad was not slow on A, but Insearch made sure they will lose fewer tanks compared to Nomad. Nomad was struggling with this. I mean, they still have a lot of hit points. Pretty much the entirety of the battle. But they were slow. They were a little bit slow. And of course, that T100 LT was going to bring a lot of bargaining power for Insearch in the late game stages. If you're unable to take out the light tank in the early, then that light tank could do wonders, and that is an example of this. We're now going to New Bay. We're going progressively heavy oriented, or maybe let's say armor oriented maps. And Nomad, are they struggling with armor oriented maps? Insearch, will that be an advantage for them? Now they're changing their tanks. That battle winner is going to be huge for them, but let's look at this. Nomad, X4 Super Conqueror alongside Kokwa, Kazuya, 215B, Quadruple, 6 TPs by Biomnosis, Resistor, Spectre, and Mako, with Insearch going for Mercy. In the 1-3, he has completely ditched the light tank. Oh, hello Zerd, how are you doing? Great to see you here. Double 6 TP by Chance Saranj, Kramwagen T100 LT, triple E5s by Blanks, Strategy, Wesley, Mercy for the 1-3. And let's head up high and see where both teams going. Nomad red team from the north spawn going to A, I suppose. Insearch blue team from south spawn. They are sending tanks over to C. And Kramwagen going to get the spots for Insearch. Let's see about this. I think Kramwagen left it a little bit too early. Oh, now he got the tank spotted. This is good. But maybe he should have stayed there a little bit longer to get more tanks spotted, in my opinion. Although it's not the end of the world if you only got 2 tanks spotted and no one near B and C. It's still some information, mind you. Nomad do not have the hit point pool advantage, do not have the cap point advantage again, but they have the hit point pool lead. Although the Insearch, that T100 LT could be important, but will Nomad push through? Are they pushing through? Ooh, they are getting really aggressive now. Quad 60 TB strategy, but Mercy 4 ready. It's looking close to the red line here, but Spectre again. It's Mercy 1 versus 1 potentially, or maybe not. Nomad trying to get A, and their tanks trying to reset B, but Nomad is now spreading out. Nomads are spreading out at the moment, and this could be important. Insert, if they manage to push onto B, oh, that could be good. Oh, by my no sense, you don't want to cross now because Insert are ready for this. Siraj might be trying to put a shot onto my no sense. I think that could be the case, but Siraj is hesitating a little bit here. So it was a chance that might, although I mean there is also Mako there to do the job. But then there is Mercy hiding there. Spectre, very, very aggressive, takes a hit. Oh, and Mercy, not putting shots just yet, but in terms of trading, Insert is doing a little bit better. I think we're seeing a push coming from Insert here. Spectre takes another shot, but Insert have not dropped any hit points, and now the advantage is with Insert, and Blanks is spotted. Putting shot onto Siraj. Nomad looking for Siraj hat here. Blanks are now in trouble, and Kazuya needs to come in to support the team. Big kill onto Siraj, and that's going to bring it to a 7 versus 6. Although now Mercy coming in to get Spectre out of the way. Kazuya needs to do something here. It will be useless if he's not coming in to save the team, but at the same time, Nomad is trying to connect with one another over to Charles and Wesley to try to take 2 tanks out of the way, leaving Spectre to fight on his own. Spectre is now dead. It's important. Minus and takes a hit from Blanks, and this is going to be big. Wesley's now down to 1 shot. Chong looking for X4. If Insert is able to take out X4, this could be important, but no. X4 is still alive. Chong put a great shell onto X4, and Chong will hope that he can put another shell onto X4. But we can see Nomad coming immediately back to support the team. The hit points are now in huge favor of Nomad. Chong down to 1 shot. Can Nomad get Chong immediately, and X4 can they survive? It's going to be a kill over to Chong, important kill. Now focus on to Blanks here. Resistor Mako going for Blanks, but there was a bounce from Resistor. Good shot from Mako onto Blanks. No Slanks also going for Blanks. Mercy down to 1 shot, and Blanks is now a 1 shot here. Resistor Mako. Resistor bounces onto Strasny. Strasny will get the kill onto a Resistor, but Blanks wastes the shell. Oh, they can't fluff this one. 2 versus 2 now. Coco coming to support the team. Strasny takes a big HE shell from Cocoa. Mako down to 1 shot. Cocoa lost the shell on Strasny, but I think it's all over for Insert here. Strasny now looking for minor sacks. Kranvagen is now down to 1 shot. And Kazuya looking to kill Kranvagen, and that seals the deal for Nomad. It will be a 4-1 victory. Huge victory for Nomad. Insert once again started this one well. However, they lost Siraj unexpectedly. So you have to give credits to Nomad for that focus fire, but they shouldn't have lost that tank. There are some issues with their hip-hop push sharing, I'm afraid, and unfortunately it all went down the hill since then. Nomad keeping their focus 100%. I mean, Nomad got Spectre really quickly, but I mean there was apparently disconnect in the communication. Insert also shouldn't have put two tanks to push, I mean, in my opinion, because that essentially disconnects to the rest of the team. And well, actually no, because Nomad just cornered those 2 tanks. So again, you could give credits to Nomad for being vigilant around about their surroundings, and well, Nomad 4 tanks doing more than 2k, Insert 3 tanks doing more than 2k. Wow. Alright, so we will see. We have more results coming in. But yes, huge performance by Nomad, but Insert a disappointing start, I'm afraid. I know you're much better than this. So let's see. The chat I mean, we always have very few teams on APAC server. Not because we don't have enough competitive teams. We have quite some competitive teams. We just don't have enough pop teams. So just tournaments aren't like something the pop teams love. That also goes on to say about EU server. They have a lot of pop teams, which means they have a lot of teams registered every season. But you got to feel a bit worried about the spring season, because there are only like 100 few clans registered for the previous guild tournaments compared to over 500 if I remember correctly, 400 if I remember correctly for the winter season, when we have both EU and CIS servers combined. To be well, pretty much so. So you do feel a bit worried about EU server about the drastic drop in competition. Although the number of competitive teams are much higher in my opinion. There are lots of competitive teams, and the lower echelon championship is going to be a really good one to watch. Yeah. So yeah, really great start for Nomad and Insert. They really need to make a comeback in the next few ones. Not a good showing there. Oh, we do have more results. ID 4-1 against ARWV and Risk 4-2 against SDIJ. No surprises here, but how about EVG versus GV? Oh dear, what on earth? GV 4-0 against EVG, ICT, otherwise known as and they were on in the 4th place on the power rating. This is huge. This is really huge. And I mean, I can also give you the challenges for you. I just have to save that for a moment. But I can show you the bracket right now. You can see the screen. Oh dear. Oh, also some huge thrashing going on. Let me give you the not this. I can show you this one. Yeah. No. Why am I showing this one? No, not this one. Where is it? There we go. And I need to move this up towards the top. Yes, as you can see, SPZ are so 3-0. Nemo will drop down to face UQ. XPT, what happened to you? Insert with the number 1 3-0. Nomad 3-1 against TSIA. So Mavos actually got pretty much all of them correct except for Alsop versus Nemo. Oh wow. I should not have doubted Mapbox for this. I mean, you can see. Pretty much got every scoreline spot on except Alsop versus Nemo, but I blame that due to Lemur Lemur's rating not calibrated properly because they only participated in the last 2 previous tournaments. Their rating goes down pretty quickly, but it's not enough. Not enough to see to predict a win for Alsop. But as you can see, the wins, the score, the outcomes, Mapbox so far got 7 out of 8 correct. So sorry, let me show you this. Yeah, 7 out of 8 correct, so well done to Mapbox. And I will give you the predictions for round 2 and also the lower bracket first round very soon. If I forget, also lower echelon championship, where are you? I mean, I don't think we will see some surprises. Crank 3-0, well done. Scam 3-0 as expected, but against KWG will be interesting. Although I think that Scam will go through here in this group. And Source 9 UX 3-0 as expected. I don't think we are seeing any different scoreline. I will actually be interested about Source 9 versus UX. I will try to communicate with Tolia whether that is possible. But if the games happen, if we are almost like 5 minutes before the supposed grand final to begin, then I don't think I will be able to stream that. So I apologies to Sourcenet and UX, but I don't think I'll be able to stream the lower echelon championship grand final there. So so sorry about that. But yeah, but no surprises really for the lower echelon championship. Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you the screen again. No surprises really. So yeah, so bear with me. I will be updating the odds and the power rating. So next we have SDIJ versus GV. I'll be streaming that. Oh dear, but we are in for a long season. But big scoreline so far. I don't think we are seeing some close ones, except SDIJ versus Risk. I believe Crank will go through that seeding. I would really love to see KWG or UX at Group 1 instead, although the seeding is not meant to be. Let me find challengers. There we go. Because it's random seeding if I remember, or if I have seen that correctly. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there was also like controversy with regards to Insert. If you saw Matsy's video, they were not behaving appropriately in the chat and said some really problematic stuff, and this is why they don't really have that a good reputation. But we will give you the next the next set of odds. Will be round 2, and we will be with you shortly. Lima UQ. Alright, so the next set of games we will show you now. Okay. Let me bring it here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have Rose continue to follow NQRY. He will be following NQRY versus Risk, which NQRY went really close 3-4 in the previous skill tournament, but with that change. No one's following ID versus Insert. Are we following GV versus SDIJ? And no one's following Nomad versus EVG. That could be an interesting one, Nomad versus EVG, but with EVG struggling a lot against GV, there I don't know about their chances against Nomad, but we never know. EVG can perform under pressure, we all know that, but how about against Nomad? We shall find out soon. But yes, let me get well, although Insearch won against Nomad on the last day to get to top 8, so it's not like they don't deserve that in my opinion. It's just, I mean, they also have terrible seeding, and they actually won some of the big clans during the Pro Skill tournament, so I won't say they don't deserve to be the professionals. Certainly better than some of the teams and challengers, but not with this performance tonight so far. It was a bit disappointing, not gonna lie. But again, seems Madbox is going to get a lot of close predictions. Okay, so the odds are in. Let's see. About the round 2 odds for the APAC server. Hi. How are you, Galen? I know who you are. There we go. We have the odds for you. Presented here, Madbox has made the following predictions for professionals round 2. NQRY versus Risk. So that the odds are very, very low for NQRY. I'm so sorry, but I don't think it will be that low for NQRY. I believe they just got that low due to the performance of the last couple of previous skill tournaments. They actually performed just enough to get there, in my opinion. But you have to feel a bit sorry for NQRY with this prediction, and the odds so stacked against them. ID versus Insert, we saw how Insert crippled in against Nomad, so have Insert won against ID before? I don't know, but the odds are not that low for Insert in this situation. SDIJ versus GB, the fixture following next. 4-0 for GB, really big, really huge odds for GB, and SDIJ lower odds to win against GB than Insert against ID. Maybe I should have picked Nomad versus EVG in this respect because the odds are quite close. EVG potentially nick this one. Challengers lower bracket first round, we're seeing Lemur predicted to win UQ 3-0, predicted to bounce back immediately. Can they do this? We will see. TSIA versus XPT in favor of XPT, but we know TSI can bring it home. But this is going to be a close one. The delay is 3 minutes for Gallon. So yeah. Righty. Let me also, post on my server with the results and leaderboard. Okay, so leaderboard, there's not much to say because it's pretty obvious we have GBID, Nomads, and Risk in the top 4 as they won their respective rounds. So really nothing to write home about. So what we can do is that I could, what I would do now is to post stuff on my server right here. Right, then I could do this again. Yeah. And next, what I should do is make the challenges tournament bracket. Because I haven't done that here. I haven't prepared that. I will make sure to do that for EU, but I think I would do that for EU as well if the bracket is out. Well, maybe not because professionals aren't out yet. Yeah, the draw isn't out yet, but yes, we will see. As we said. Ah, thanks, Winterfox. Maybe I could show that graph during the top stages. Okay, so let me go back and do this. Okay, so we have, as we said, and we have XPT. ESIA and Insert. Fantastic. All right, I've prepared. I prepared my stuff. And I just have to save as. Save a new file. And nowhere. Good. Hope this is not going to ruin the code. No. I did something wrong. Bear with me for a moment. Ah, there we go. There we go. Probably did something wrong over here. Hey, there we go. We have hey, okay. I completed my stuff. Okay, so I can also post this on the server. Brilliant. How about I actually do something? Sorry. You've been seeing this screen for way too long. Again, let me actually do something first. You know, I can create Yeah, I mean I can do something like this. But we are not doing this. Can I actually create a new frame? Yes, and then I will create a new live update. Good. And then I'll create a image slideshow. Then something like this. Then I will add. And then scale it to fit right here. And then also make it larger. Oh, maybe it just fits right through here. There we go, it fits right through. The next we will add the text. Duplicate that. It's not timetable, it's okay, so what font I was using? Noto. So brilliant. I'm just going to scale this. There we go. Yeah, that looks central. No. No, I want to move. Up a little bit. Come on. It's bad. Then no, it's to the left. I can't center. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It looks a lot better now. Is it? Is it going to work? Come on, centralize man. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Oh god, that's good. That's good. Where is the? Voila! Voila! All right. Let me now open a new poll. Which clan would win? Is it going to be SDIJ or GB? Vote now in the poll. Well, actually, we saw Nomad took a couple of Strift Ks earlier, so it was just Newbay. Newbay is just a completely different map. It's very armor oriented, so you aren't expecting a lot of mobility for that. All right. So do I have anything missed here? No. So what we are waiting for is SDIJ versus GB. And is this going to change the bracket? Yeah, it's changing. No, Echelon Championship. Oh my god. Wrong stuff. Wrong stuff. Where is the title? Title. Now it should say something. It should be right. Now this is not right. It should correct now. Cause so sorry for assuming the second group to be lower echelon champions. It's not the case. It should be all fine and dusted. Look at this. This is looking brilliant. I'm just going to close the poll on my iPad. Alright, so I'm not going to play a battle because the room should be up soon. But at least we all know. We talk like the text of bracket. I was just having to go there. It should happen in around 6 minutes. Yay. No, now. Yeah, I got the room invite, so yes. Here we are. As expected, I was expecting that to happen a little bit earlier. The maps are Vineyards, Black Yeovil, Middleburg, and Yukon. Currently, GB leading by 1 round against SDIJ. We will still have 4 current top 4 teams playing separately. They aren't facing one another, so if they can win their games tonight, we could very well see 4 clans with 2-round wins. That's gonna be big. Not something we see often on the APAC server. But you can see on the stream, I'm following SDIJ versus GB, and it's also in the description if you haven't noticed that already. It's in the lounge. Oh my god. Jesus. Me, that was. Oh, thank you for 40-ish viewers at one point. Thank you very much. But we have around 3 minutes left to go. Will GB bring it home with another thrashing? We will go into the room now. Vineyard system up first up. So we have SDIJ, not ready yet, but I think we're going to take a Minotauro. This is going to be very interesting. The frontal armor is really strong. Unless you use your gold ammo, and I mean, especially when you're heavy tank, then you definitely have to gold your way to penetrate Minotauro. But you don't want to do that. And Minotauro is extremely slow. I don't think SDIJ will take this tank. GV going 4. GV are ready. Okay, I believe he is Bulos or Berlin. IS7. Professor is back in GV. Playing the T1 LT. Double T135 by Doha, Monaco. Double Strifk by Gyung, and not Pro. I believe Nob is the notorious person which was not friendly at all against the losers, the losing teams. I mean, not meant to insult the losing teams. Sorry, should have worded a bit better, but what's the name previously known as? But there was someone from GB which has a reputation for trash talking the losing teams. Not sure if he has changed now, but But now trash talking the other teams could result in a team ban. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to risk everything you have done. I mean everything you've prepared, everything you prepared for this season, only for that to be vanquished due to one person's misbehavior. So I'm talking to that particular person on GB. Don't trash talk the other teams, especially when you've won your games. And Tokyo will play in the Transval. We are seeing changes. GB will not take double tanks there. I think we are seeing changes scale now, checking the Striv, Monaco World 3, and Professor T100 LT. Now next we have SDIJ. They're going for Obaya Striv K. Porsche. Playing the 1-3, I think. Elitist IS4. Fancy 60 TP. King Blue. TVP. WH. MLE and Nephron Striv K. Go in. Let's go in. Phew. We have more people watching. No. Why am I? No, it's not Senate versus Ego. Let me change that. Sorry. Where are you? Said if you're not playing now, don't worry. Now the scoreboard is right. It's not Zenith versus Ego. It's SDIJ versus GV Vineyard. Let's go in. There we go. Red team from the north, south spawn of course. GB blue team from the north spawn, looking at King Blue well. TVP loading the full clip. Professor going to the city, I suppose, with that route. King Blue well dropping immediately to B, trying to get a cap lead for SDIJ, and A will be captured by Young, and they are sending tanks over to the ruins, over to the northwestern area. We'll see a brawl happening there. But SDIJ probably will not have the crossfire to deal with the tanks of GB going in there. GB will have to play this one very carefully. It's going to be a tough spot to be in. But 4 tanks of SDIJ spotted. I think GB might change their plans here. It might be also an opportunity for GB to push onto Fancy at least. But oh, what is Not Pro doing here? Why is he going in front so alone? That might be a misplay from Not Pro. I'm afraid he will go down very quickly, and GB are now trying to push onto the middle side, but at the same time Fancy and Elite push on and try to get Tokyo out of the way. I think everything's not going well in terms of GB, but they're trying to get Obaya out of the way. Not Pro is still surviving. I don't know how. Not Pro is dead, and Obaya is dead, and this could be huge. The focus now on Monaco by SDIJ, but GB not able to take out the tanks near the middle. I think SDIJ needs to make use of this advantage. Doha going for Nephron. Monaco down to one shot. Good shot onto Nephron by Doha. I mean not Doha. By Monaco. Doha in deep trouble. Nephron one shot. It's a 5 versus 4 situation. GB lost the tank in the middle too. And okay, oh, it's not tracked, but what happened there? Oh, that was just a ping issue on my end. Gyang running away, not going to be brawling against healthy tanks. 3 healthy tanks here. Takes a hit from Elitist. Forsh coming in to get Gyang off the way. King Blue is out of the fight. It's still really close to call. 3 versus 4. SDIJ still with a hit point pool advantage, but they will lose. But GB will lose Gyang, so their gun advantage will be diminished. Forced down to one shot, and GB's focus fire is really good, but Gyang is out of the way, and the hit points are still in huge favor of SDIJ. Good shot onto Forsh, Professor. Good shot onto WH, but Forsh will be killed by Doha. GB really working the crossfire here, and Professor trying to put a shot onto Elitist. Okay, man, misses the shot onto WH. Doha, good shot onto Elitist. Bounces onto Doha. Oh, both teams a bit fluffing their both teams fluffing their shots at the moment. Doha have to put a shot onto Elitis. It's another bounce onto Doha by Elitis, and Doha is killed by Elitis, and Professor bounces this shot, I believe. Okay, man has to kill WH. It will be the case. 2 versus 1 now. This will be big. And okay, man is now down to 1 shot. He's now going for A. And Elitis takes another one from Professor. Oh, Elitis has to get a shot onto Professor here. I think he could. I think he could. Maybe not. No, Professor runs away. And he will try to get B, but I don't know. Again, let's go back to Elitis. Has to get a kill. It's a miss. Professor has to go into B now. Oh, SDIJ. Are they bring this one home? Oh no. Elitist. Oh, I think. Oh my god, but Professor bounces. This is actually close. I don't know how. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. For some reason, GB are pulling back. How did that happen? How on earth did that happen? They were leading by a lot in cap points. What is happening here? GB got 2 caps. Professor hanging on by the skin of his teeth. But Elitis only needs 1 kill to win this one. Professor has to stay alive. But you know what? Okay, man might be able to kill Elitist. Oh, this is so close. Elitist cannot die now. SDIJ was so close to winning this. Okay, man misses. Elitist coming in to capture B. And Professor coming around to get Elitist. Oh, this is so close. Okay, man has to get that kill, and he does! SDIJ. Oh my god, how on earth? What on earth? What is this? GB working so well together at the end, but really not at the start. Not pro, I don't know who called that, but that was definitely not something you should do, in my opinion. I should have definitely focused the attention more to the middle, because those 4 tanks near the corner would not have a lot of crossfire, in my opinion. So you really want to focus on the middle. You have more tanks there, and GB managed to get away with victory. That was really close. It could have been easily SDIJ, provided Elitis gets a couple of kills. But that teamwork, the synergy right at the end was really amazing to watch for GB. But they really need to stop making mistakes at the start, because if the opponent is Aqua, if Zerd is still watching this, if the opponent is Aqua, then Aqua will definitely win that. So GB gets 1, but this is not an easy one for them. SDIJ. Now's not the time to go on until they were so close in getting their first win, first battle win. But they did not. It was so close. But a win is a win. GB. Can they bring it home in the next one? We will see. Let's go in. SDIJ will take 60 TP, MLE, IS4, IS7, double strift, K and TPP, GB, IS4, Crown, double strift, T100 LT and double E5. Let's go up high and say Professor and the T100 LT will try to get spots for the team, and SDIJ on the other hand, they will have King Blue Whale going for A right at the start. The Professor will be important, but he's thinking that someone will go to the city side, but no one's doing that, and those spots from Professor would potentially give the information to GB that SDIJ going mostly to A and the middle side, and we might see a push coming in. Gotsu might be in deep trouble. The push is coming. GB are ready to save Gosu. Oh, the Kravaga, Nopro, and Tokyo are some distance away. And GB needs to get the focus fire on point, but SDIJ, I think they will take out Gosu right at the start. This is going to be big, but Fancy's the focus for GB. Gosu is down. Fancy's down to one shot. Gyung misses the shell. And we can see Fancy now turning the attention to Gyung. And sometimes over to Nopro. Fancy's now dead. It's now 6 for the 6 hit points in favor of SDIJ. Gyung down to 2 shots. And Doha tagging the latest. And we're seeing Gyung dead. It's now a 6 versus 5 situation. Professor's still really far away from the rest of the team, but he's in the light tank. He can come in whenever he wants. Elise is now dead. WH is now down to 1 shot. We can potentially see a 4 versus 5 over here. Nopro is the focus for SDIJ, but Nopro kills. WH, Nopro is dead. It's now a 4 versus 4 situation here. Obaya going for Tokyo, SDIJ going for Tokyo. Tokyo on a really low drum reload. I fear for the DPM here. And SDIJ will get another tank quickly. Forsh, Obaya blocking Forsh, but it will be Tokyo getting taken out by Forsh. King Bluewell driving away, but Professor is going running around like a madman. Takes an HE splash from Obaya, takes out King Bluewell from Professor, and we can see Doha going for Obaya, and Monica going for Obaya. Obaya is out of the fight. Professor is now really low, down to 1 shot left front, trying to get this tank out of the way. He's now doing the struggle of death, but no! Professor gets killed. It's now 2 versus 2 here, and there are no light tanks alive. GB, can they win this one? The hit points are not in favor of GB, but GB, they have to get those kills. Doha down to 1 shot. Oh, but everyone's on fire, which means it's now a 1 versus 2. Fosh in 60 TP running around, trying to get Doha out of the way. It will be the case. Important kill right here. Monaco dropping the reactive armor right now. The DPM will be with GV, and Monaco has to make use of the DPM, and Monaco will stay safe, go back to safety, but the SDIJ has the cap lead. But would that be important? That will mean that oh, Monaco, oh, Fosh fluffs the shot, takes a hit from Monaco. This is going to be GB again. What a win from GB. Great response to push from SDIJ, although the SDIJ's push could have won. Oh no, that was a fire immediately extinguished by Monaco. It could have been terrible if Monaco did not have to repack it in time. Oh, it's a bounce from Monaco. Forsh lands a big one onto Monaco there. Still a chance for Forsh to win this one outright. It's a 1 shot for Forsh actually. Can Forsh get the kill onto Monaco? Forsh. Oh, that was a low road. Okay. Hey, Monaco gets the kill to Fosh, bringing this to a 2-0 for GV. SDIJ will feel really gutted about those 2 battle losses. They were so close. But again, so close yet so far. A win is a win. GV now leading 2-0, so the pressure is on to SDIJ now to make a comeback. Monaco, 6k damage. What more can you expect? And that goes, I mean, both teams good focus fire. I think GB better focus fire in my opinion, slightly. But both teams have met some problems with the bounces and misses. Both teams are really closely matched. The scoreline is not suggesting this situation, but we all know SDIJ could have won the last 2 battles if we see a couple of misses and more misses and bounces from GV's side. And obviously, you know, SDIJ, if they have penetrated a couple more, then they could have also won. Alas, it's not meant to be. SDIJ, they are really looking for their first battle win against GV. They were so close, but this could very well change. Although there are lots of similarities between Black Yeovil and Vineyards, but this map, Black Yeovil, you could say the city side is smaller, and the B cap is, I mean, the position of the B cap is a lot different. So the cap strategy is going to be a lot different, but the layout is it's quite similar. You have a really big open area and relatively small city side. So what will we expect here? We will see in the next one. SDIJ versus GB. I don't want to lose my voice. Because I still have the EU server to commentate tonight. I don't know which clan I'm following. I will let Tolian to decide because we will have four English streamers following EU tonight. And tomorrow I think there will be 5. I'm still deciding whether to not stream tomorrow. Because Eurovision is tomorrow. Eurovision semi-final 2 is tomorrow, and it's going to be. And I really enjoyed watching the show yesterday. Young is spotted, and a couple more tanks are spotted for GB. Ow! What was that shot from Obaya? But we can see a brawl situation coming over here. And Young takes a hit. Not a good start for GB. Sorry for the strike. Forge gets emerald. How on earth did that happen? Now that changes the rhythm entirely. SDIJ, they lost LUH as well. Tokyo is now a focus for SDIJ, but is this focus fire going to work? GB now crowding onto Obaya. The focus now to Obaya now. Tokyo is now dead. It's now a 5 versus 6 situation for GB. And GB are now looking for Obaya. Crashes into Professor on fire. Count. Extinguish the fire. Quickly enough. Now 4 versus 5. Napro is now being chased by 2 tanks. And GB now trying to get Fancy out of the way as soon as possible. SDIJ, that ammo rack. It has gone from bad towards the night. They started pretty well, but that ammo rack changes everything. They were pretty much down by 1 tank. Oh no. Oh. Elite is now the focus for GB. Nupro doing a great job. Now Cablewell 1 shot. Can Nupro get a kill for onto Cablewell? No, Cablewell gets the kill instead. And GB, they still have Elitist not being taken out, but that's not going to matter now because Nephron and Cablewell are all really low. Nephron down by fire. Cablewell, the last person standing. JV will lead 3-0 here. Oh, Young misses, but GV's 3-0. GV 3-0. Wow. Wow. So sorry for SDIJ. That ammo rack happened not in a timely manner. It was the most unfortunate ammo rack I've ever seen. When both teams are ready for a brawl and GB just went on, pushed on when they got that ammo rack. And I would think this brawl would be a lot closer if not for that ammo rack, really. GB leading 3-0 on their way to exit tonight without losing any battles. And GB looking strong, looking to be a contender for the season, and Risk needs to be worried about this. GB looking really good at the moment. Although the first 2 battles there are a couple of mistakes, but these mistakes are not big enough to cost them the win. So let's look at this. Black Goville. Going back to Black Goville, SDIJ. They can do this. I think luck is not with them tonight. Those 3 losses are so very unlucky, very unfortunate. Not to say GB didn't play well, but SDIJ have a lot of opportunities to take home. But the scoreline is not suggesting how close these 2 teams are. But yeah. SDIJ, we're seeing double strip KO 1-3 and IS7, 2-1-10-E5, double MLEs, GB, double E5 and IS7 has shared the double 1-3 and a strip K. No way is this a 3-0. I refuse to believe we are now on a 3-0 victory for Sorry for the strike. It's going to be a meme now.
Time to roll out.
SDIJ red team from the south spawn and GB blue team from the north spawn. Let's follow Nutro in the Sheridan. We can see a lot of spots coming from Nutro, and SDIJ will go to A with the entire team. Wow. I'm going to be seeing another huge brawl from SDIJ. SDIJ loves to bring the fight to a brawl. WH gets a shot from Young. A lot more tank spotted for SDIJ. GV being the more composed team. They are one of the most experienced teams on APAC. So again, another big push coming from GV. I think GV just, they know this is the norm for SDIJ strategy. SDIJ just go straight in without a lot of information, but I think this could work in favor of SDIJ. Oh, Tokyo, the focus for SDIJ. Now that's a good call here, but we're seeing Fancy the focus as well for GB. As you can see now, it's down to one-shot Tokyo out of the fight. SDIJ rushing through K seems to be working. Fancy's now out of the way. Monaco now very, very low. Professor takes a hit. Monaco dead. It's now a 5 vs 6 situation. WH down to one shot and could be taken out very quickly. Doha takes 2 big hits here. Doha will get a kill onto WH, and that will bring Cable World our next focus for GB, I suppose. Or maybe it's Obaya instead, because Obaya's lower in hit points. Nupro and Professor needs to shed some of the hit points here because they have a lot of hit points at the moment. And Obaya's still reloading. Gotsu gets the kill onto Obaya. And Doha now really know. Nefron coming straight in to lose some hit points. Doha down to one shot. It's a 4 vs 5 situation here. 4 vs 4. Doha is out of the way. Hit points are now neck and neck. Actually, there's chance for SDIJ to win. Gotsu has to penetrate all the shells. We could see GB. Elise is coming in to take out Gotsu. Fortress out of the way. Nupro has to get a big shot to Elitis. It will be a big shot. It's a low roll, I think. But Nupro still has a lot of hit points. Now going to the backside. Let's follow Nupro here. Nupro. Gotsu is dead. It's now a 3 vs 3 situation. But Kane Bluewell misses the shot. Nupro. Low roll onto Kane Bluewell. Professor gets the kill. And it will be a 3 vs 2 hit points in huge favor of GB now. This will end in a 4-0 victory for GB Elites out of the fight. After the last person standing. And there we go. There we go. We have the results here. GB 4-0 SDIJ. Commiserations. They were very, very aggressive. But the last battle felt like they pushed in without a lot of information. GB at that point knew SDIJ would just keep on pushing and just and they were totally ready for this. And yeah, 4-0 for GB. Well done here. They will exit tonight without any loss and without any battle loss. And this is going to be huge. They are now going to be high up on the leaderboard. Do we have more results coming in? No, this is we are the first one. We are the first bracket. We are the first fixture to finish for the second round. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to the EU server. Oh, well, actually, let me go check the Challengers tournament. Do we have results? And also the lower echelon championship. Challengers tournament, we have results, obviously. Group 1, we have Lemur losing out 0-3 against UQ. That's an upset. Don't know what happened to Lemur. They were not doing well at all. Which means UQ are through to the lower bracket final. TSI won against XPT. Sadly, XPT will not qualify to the lower bracket final. Wow. Sad news for XPT. XPT was so close to getting the top 8, but they are the first clan alongside Liber to bow out of the Challengers tournament. And what a fall from grace for XPT and UQ. I mean Liber, I mean. Hi Nino, how are you doing? Great to have you here. I'll play some battles on the EU server while we wait for other results to come through. At the same time, you can go and watch AFK's stream. He is streaming NQRY versus Risk, and they're still playing at the moment. I'm gonna play in the. Do I have birthdays? Okay, I have birthdays for my 50B and Minotauro, so I'm gonna play these two tags while we wait. I'll be following the EU server, obviously. I will check which clan I'll be following. Yep. No, just yourself. No, I forgot to close the poll. And now I've closed the poll, and you're saying GB will win. Oh, I love your idea. Okay. Maybe we could go to this little tank. Oh, we're in trouble, we're in trouble. That didn't quite work out, did it? So sorry. About this.
This vehicle has had it.
Okay, actually, let me go see the results for Low Echelon Championship. And yeah, Minos won against GH3, and now they're in the lower bracket final. 3-0 it says the scoreline, and you don't want to show you the website. But yeah, I'm going to play another one. That was a bit embarrassing, but it was great fun with my fellow 50B with the enemy just reacted immediately. Oh dear, Insearch won 4-0 against Idea as I was... Oh my god. I'll check the results after this battle. Oh, is that it? Okay.
We've damaged them. Enemy armor destroyed.
Bye.
Penetration.
I'm just going to reload this one. For now. And I will aim carefully at this one.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Ooh, that's
Enemy armor is hit.
and then I will reload.
Frag hit.
Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I'll go for you instead.
We've damaged them. Gotcha.
Get the fire extinguished.
Fire out.
Yeah, we got a fire out. And I just have to find the one-to-one. Oh, it's a bounce. How good of you.
Enemy
Oh.
armor is damaged.
That was a shot.
Gotcha.
Bye. Bye. Thank you for the win. Alright, so let's say we have more results coming through. Professionals tournament. Let's find out now. And indeed, we do have 4-0 victory for Insert against ID, which it was not predicted by Mapbox at all. EBG 4-1 against Nomad. So Mapbox got that one right. That was a tricky one to call, but everyone, we do not have 4 teams exiting tonight with 2 battle wins, round wins. I mean, this is our leaderboard. GB and Risk will lead by 2 round wins. Insert, Nomad, EBGA, and ID will go home with 1 round win. ID in 6th at the moment. Insert, Nomad tied in the 3rd place, as they have higher head-to-head battle wins than EVG. EVG in the 5th place, ID 6th. Sadly, we are going to sadly NQRY and SDIJ have none in terms of the round wins. Okay, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the EU server, which I will know very soon the team are following. Until then, bye for now.